On March 28th, 2025.
Okay. 6 months in jail and a $2,000 fine just for getting in the way. Sounds harsh, right? But let's break down why interfering with police work, especially during something as serious as a murder warrant, is a major legal offense.
No.
An officer was in the process of serving a capital murder warrant on a suspect in Harris County, Texas. While conducting a felony stop, the defendant, who was identified by his...
Wait, he just walks up to a capital murder scene like it's some casual backyard barbecue? That's not just bold. It's reckless. Maybe even...
Texas ID card pulled up on the officer's perimeter, got out of their motor vehicle, and began walking to the residence where the murder suspect was. The officer's supervisor ordered the defendant to stop and stay right there. The defendant refused and continued to ignore officers while walking towards the residence. The officer's supervisor ordered the defendant to step back multiple times.
Important
distinction here. He's not the murder suspect, but interfering in an active felony stop? That's where the legal trouble begins. Just being nearby doesn't make you guilty. But your actions? They absolutely did.
They grabbed the defendant and took him to the ground.
Him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Was he the capital murder suspect?
No, Your Honor.
I lived there. Stop. Oh, sorry.
I believe that they were in the process of serving a warrant on someone else at the residence, and that's when they came in contact with the defendant. Ordered him to stop. He refused to stop going towards the residence, Your Honor.
Serve the warrant. What ended up happening?
Here's what I
Here's
want
what
to
I
know.
want to know. If the suspect didn't need to be at the residence, and that's been stated again, then look at the line. Do you see it? On March 28th, 2025.
Low.
Looks like after refusing commands, there was a brief struggle where he was detained.
Was the murder suspect there?
I'm not sure, Your Honor. It does not say. I have no further facts that show if the warrant was complete on the warrant or not, Your Honor, or completed at the time. I just believe they were in the process and believed him to be at the residence, and that's been this incident.
Read it again, if you don't mind.
Yes, Your Honor. On March 28, 2025, the law enforcement officer and Squad 5 of the Houston Police Department's Gang Division served a capital murder warrant for a suspect observed inside a truck at a nearby residence.
To
recap, the murder suspect was in a truck nearby, not inside the house. The defendant ignored repeated police commands, walked toward the wrong location, and ended up face down on the ground. Confusing setup? You're not the only one.
While conducting a felony stop, the defendant, who is identified by his Texas ID card, pulled up on the perimeter, got out of the vehicle, walked to the sidewalk, and began walking to the residence where the murder suspect was. The supervisor then ordered the defendant to stop and to stay right there. The defendant refused and continued ignoring officers and walking towards the residence. The supervisor ordered him to step back multiple times, but the defendant was once again ignored.
There it is again. No probable cause. Case dismissed. But that warning from the judge, that's courtroom code for next time, keep your distance.
The officers and the law enforcement officer grabbed the defendant and made them bounce and the ground.
Okay, so now, but when you first started, you said they were going to a capital murder suspect in a car.
Yes, Your Honor. That's what. So I was originally reading the summary, and I'm going straight from the gems down, Your Honor. It looks like the suspect was observed inside a truck at a nearby residence.
So the suspect is not even in the residence. No.
Then they later state that there was that the suspect, that the defendant here was walking towards the residence where the murder suspect was. I'm not sure, Your Honor. I have nothing for that.
I find no probable cause in your case. Just be careful, man.
Sir.
When you get into a pissing match with
I understand.
who's going to win,
They are. I understand.
no.
Yes, sir.